Native Honor Hours. See, we did it at the same time.
Oh, we're back.
Welcome back. Our first show of the
We're
year.
halfway back.
I kind of like it when they don't have to look at you. Maybe we'll get more viewers if they don't have to look
I
at
put
you.
on Facebook that you broke the camera. You did.
Monica, do you have no control over him? We're excited to be back. Another year, another group of great students, another,
Oh, they're all right.
hey, don't pick on my students. Another group of great students. We got a lot of good things planned for the year. You'll have to put up with me and Ed, but hey, that's
No,
how
you
it
don't.
goes.
You don't have to put up with us.
I can't even find the radio show on the computer. I am so not techie. Okay, folks, we are, since it's our first show of the year, we'll take care of a couple little things. We would love to have you come down and be on the radio show.
No, we don't.
If you,
Who said that?
okay, let me change that. I would love to have you come down to the radio show.
No, we would rather you stay at home where you can listen, where we can say we have listeners.
Anything you want to talk about in the community, any of your programs going on, we generally will have Cassie's Corner, and she knows everything that's going on in the community, and we'll put it up. She's not with us today. She's having, I think the rain kept her in. But so today it's just us. Just you and me, old man. Well, we have Gretchen Carroll, president of Intertribal Student Council, to say a few words.
We got Chris Marshall listening. Yay!
Chris Marshall!
Chris. Who else?
How come I can't get the show on my iPad?
I don't know. If you're listening,
Wow,
keep listening.
Hey, we've had 572 views and 22 followers.
Wow, in like 4 years, that's pretty good.
If you're going to be negative,
We only streamed for 1 year.
if you're going to be negative Nancy this year, I'm just going to take you out right on TV.
Negative Nancy.
Yes. Monica, we told Ed today, in order to raise funds for Powwow, that if we
Go ahead,
could,
answer.
if we get enough people to chip in, would you let us pierce Ed's ear?
See, I told you.
He did.
Same for tattoos too. Yeah.
We thought it'd be fun.
Well, shall we talk about what's going on here? Oh, you know what? There was a lot of stuff that happened over the summertime.
I know.
And Kenny didn't want to go on the air, so that's how come we didn't have a show over summer, because Kenny was gone, and we can't do anything.
Me and
without
Ed don't
Kenny.
even know how to turn on a microphone.
Yeah, he has to set up the microphones and put them on the on position. But did you have a good summer?
I had a great summer.
All right, should we tell
First
some of the
summer in my
highlights?
life, I took a vacation with my kids.
And she went to Colorado. Guess what
Yes,
she went there
we
for?
we rented a cabin in the mountains.
That's
we
not
had
all
the
you
best
rented.
time. You don't rent that.
Oh, you buy that.
Yes.
And you can buy it legally now, too.
But yeah. Because I'm worried about glaucoma.
Yeah. I went to Colorado, too, but not for what you went for.
You went for something fun.
I went for, yeah, well, what you went for apparently was pretty fun, too.
I went for, my grandchildren were there, so
Yeah, I
watch
know.
it, Zendejas.
You went camping.
No. Do I look ever in the history of the world like a kind of woman who would camp? We got a cabin with a
Sort
dishwasher.
of, kind of, she does, doesn't she?
We did. We had a
Looks like
dishwasher
camper,
in the
doesn't
camp.
she?
Maybe back in the day.
Yeah, maybe back.
Back in the day, yeah.
No, but I went to Denver for the World Championships,
In what?
lacrosse championships.
Yeah. How are our boys?
Went to go see the boys.
How
It
are
was
they
fun. It
doing?
was really fun. It was fun to see them.
What did you were saying that Heine may have gotten picked up? Is that how you say his name? Heine. Heine. May have gotten picked up by
Yeah,
a team.
By a team, a lacrosse team. No, but that was really fun to watch. Got to see the Thompson brothers, all four of them. Jeremy, Heine, Lyle, Miles. And they're good.
Well, I'll tell you what. They were out. They spent some time out in Rosebud and Pine Ridge with the kids. And now every other day there's pictures of kids, little kids coming out of Rosebud and Pine Ridge with that lacrosse thing over the, what's that called? The bat? Is it called a bat?
A net.
A net with the lacrosse stick. Thank you, Monica. You don't, see, you do that to me all the time. You say something to me like you absolutely know what it is. And Monica is
I
the
do know.
Yeah.
But we went to Denver, and that was fun. I didn't get my game-worn jersey, though.
Oh.
Because you remember, I don't know if you remember, when they were here last, I told, they invited us to the World Championships in Denver, and all of us said, oh, yeah, we'll go. Cassie, you. Didn't you say you were going to go, Gretchen?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, yeah, we'll go. And I said, I'll go, but I want one of your game-worn jerseys if I go. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. So we go. It was a Friday night game. We left here, made it out there, watched the first game, and they won, and they beat England. And that was significant because England was the country where the last World Championships were at, and England didn't let them in on their Iroquois passports.
Yep, I remember that.
So they didn't go. And this was sort of, it's kind of billed as a revenge game, sort of.
But now, tell me legally.
I don't want to talk legal stuff. I don't know.
No, it is if I don't have a passport,
You can't
is my
get in.
tribal card enough?
Apparently not. It didn't work for the Iroquois
But is it
Confederacy.
supposed to?
No. I don't know. If a country says no, then no.
What does that mean then? Does
That means
mean
you're
we're
not getting in the
But no,
country.
but I mean, if that's all, does that mean we're a separate from the United States?
No. Anyway, back to the lacrosse.
No.
You see how we get diverted all the time?
I'm trying to get educated. I'm asking you intelligent questions.
She should. No, they're not intelligent, are they, Kenny?
Gretchen, are you laughing at him? No. Gretchen Carroll, former president of Intertribal Student Council, will not be on the show today.
Anyway, we get there to watch the game. They beat England, and people go down. It's a really nice stadium, and we go down, and the team comes to sign autographs and stuff, and Jeremy, he's over there signing autographs. And Heine didn't even stop. His brothers are like the more famous ones, and they're signing autographs, and Heine just keeps walking. We yell, he didn't stop. But anyway, I saw Jeremy, and I said, Jeremy! He looked up, and he saw me. I said, where's my jersey? I want my jersey, my game-worn jersey. He just laughed and said, ha, 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 I thought you were joking. I said, no, man, I want it. And he just laughed. I didn't get it. I had to buy one.
Did you see the video that came out of there where it was during a rain delay or something, and they were stuck in the room?
That
and
was
they
the second night when there was a rain
That
delay.
was cool.
And they were in the locker room during the rain delay, and Heine was singing, dancing.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch.
Dancing Indian.
Indian style.
Hoka.
Wanda's there.
Of
Good to
course,
see you,
because
Wanda.
Wanda is here to listen to me. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
We have multi-state listeners.
Woohoo!
But we went there, and it was fun. They came in third place for the highest place. They won a bronze medal, and we bought us some Iroquois national gear. And it was
I
fun.
know.
You know what else is fun, too, this summer?
I don't think I got a present from there. Do you?
No.
From who?
I don't think so. I don't think I
No
got a present
souvenirs.
from your trip. No souvenir
From my who?
from your trip. No souvenirs. No nothing.
Well, trust me, you bought some souvenirs in Colorado on your own.
I don't know what he's talking about. I would like to make that well known to the listening public. I was there to bond with my family
Just
and
let
my
me say
grandchildren.
this. If Cindy offers you any brownies, don't take them.
One time, one of my we won't mention any names. One of my
Well, why
family
not?
members in Rosebud made a pan full of special brownies. My 79-year-old uncle ate 3 of the brownies. Was asleep within like 30 minutes. Woke up the next day, said, "Best brownies I ever tasted. Man, I haven't slept so
And
good."
ate so much when he got up, huh?
We never told him. We never shared with him what he had done.
What also was neat over the summer, almost during that same time frame, Shoney.
Yeah.
Shoney was MVP at the All-Star game. You know what's cool about that? She didn't even start for her own team. That's because her coach won't play her.
You know, I've had to go ahead to find her management and see what it would cost to bring her to UNO.
Shall we bring her to UNO?
Yes.
Big Mama got to go see a game. She went and watched her.
Carolyn did?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We should get on her
That was
Facebook
awesome.
page and say, "Come on to UNO. We'll
Well,
make
here's the
popcorn for
thing.
you."
She's pro now, so how do we find out who her management team is?
You know what? I think I could take her.
In basketball?
Yeah.
What a great fundraiser!
I'll fundraise
Would
that.
you?
We'll
Would
do a
you do
3-point
that?
We'll do a 3-point shootout.
No.
No.
We're gonna make you
no,
play.
she would beat me up. I'm too old for that.
But do you know how much
I could
money?
stand
Do you
there
know
and
how much
shoot.
money the community would pay to watch you be physically abused by Shoni?
That is true.
That is true.
I'd give
Yeah.
$10.
I'd pay.
Yeah, yeah. If you won't pierce,
Listen to you. I'll
you-
pay money.
if you won't pierce your ears, will you at least play one-on-one with Shoni? Hey, I watched you take out high
Sure.
school kids.
No, that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I've severely declined since then. I kind of like dropped off a cliff since then.
Oh, and here's the thing. I'm 56 years old, but I don't feel it in my mind.
You were
But when we
57
were-
last year. We do go backwards. Wasn't she, Kenny? She's 57 last year.
Stick with one.
I would like to apologize. I'm trying to have a little intelligent conversation here. I just have to apologize for Ed for the first time this year. I'll do it about 1 million more, but for the first time this year. But I thought I was good to go, and I started climbing those mountains. The kids were all running circles around me. I was like, I just have to sit.
I heard you were climbing.
Oh my God. Next year, when the family goes back to Colorado, we're not telling Ed. I'll bring you back some candy, little boy.
And just be careful when you cross the Nebraska border.
We have your number in the glove compartment.
All right, so anything else happened over the summer?
We did the food camp,
Oh, usual food
the
camp.
usual food camp. Oh, and they went independent this year. That was tough. Usually they're teams, so we taste the team's work. This year they cooked independently, so we tasted everybody's food. And the difference this year was they were all native recipes.
What are we gonna?
We had a lot of food.
So having gone through, there was a lot of other stuff, but of
We
course
did the film camp,
We did the film.
OPS film camp.
And on the knuckle, there were tons of knuckleheads too.
This was a summer of idiots, wasn't
Summer
it?
of knuckleheads. That's what we should. the
Nobody
Summer of
tops
Knuckleheads.
Dan the Idiot Schneider, though, ever
Ted
in the
Nugent.
history. Oh,
Yes,
don't
Ted
even
Nugent.
say that name.
Well, then he must have topped him then.
How do you feel since he called you a dirty Indian who didn't have the right to be here? We should go back to our own country.
Did he call me that?
Dirty, yeah. He called. Let me.
I thought it was
what-
Mike. I thought it was Mike Ditka who said. I
No,
was an
Monica,
idiot.
would you look that up for me? Because his quote was amazing. The Ted Nugent quote regarding Native Americans.
Well,
Dirty, unkept individuals who didn't
Go back
count.
to your country.
Yeah, go
I
back
think he
to
was
our
talking
country.
about your family. I could talk about the Butters.
Any of my family who's
'Cause
listening,
wasn't they
just give me a
canceled
call and I'll tell you Ed's
Weren't they the
address.
ones who canceled him?
Hmm. And then there was a protest against him at the motorcycle rally, Sturgis.
Sturgis.
Yeah.
So Ted Nugent gave
Monica's
Daniel
looking up
Snyder
the
a
stuff
run
there.
for his money, for his knucklehead money.
A lot of people have this summer. Mike Ditka, what an idiot.
Well, yeah, that had
Sarah Palin. They
Sarah.
all had to weigh in on why we Indians should just shut up and get over it.
Yeah, we should. I'm over.
Mike Ditka's had it with being politically correct.
it. I know.
Okay, Mike, then next time you're on the TV, use the N-word and let's see
What word?
how over the N-word.
What word is that? Nice.
Nope.
What?
Here's the thing. If I lower myself and say it, then I'm just as bad as they are.
No, you're not.
I choose to rise above.
Are you calling somebody that word?
What?
You want me
No.
to say it?
No.
Oh, you should. I
No.
showed
No.
the Redskin. I showed the RG3 rant to
In
my
class, yep.
and you should see Cindy's face when I said it. Did you ever see that, Kenny? Did you ever look at that? When I say the actual word
What, on the radio show?
on
Yes.
my RG3 rant.
The day I was waiting
I
for
mean,
the
her
feds
eyes
to
just
actually come
her
get
eyes
us.
came out of her sockets, and she leans back. Oh,
I'm surprised-
Didn't my class laugh?
Yeah.
I'm
They
surprised
laughed
I
at
didn't
you.
just slide down in my shirt and crawl out the door. I truly was waiting for every African American on campus to be standing
Oh, that's
outside.
a politically correct term. Remember, we're not going to be politically correct.
Mike
anymore.
Ditka's not. Personally, I think I'm far more intelligent than that bonehead.
You know what I wanted to do?
Does Mike Ditka even have a college education?
I don't know. But you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to start a challenge.
Oh dear.
You know how they have those ice bucket challenges?
Right.
I'm already breathing heavy.
Candy, did you do that?
What?
The ice bucket challenge. No,
What a waste of
No,
water.
I didn't either.
I didn't either. And if someone would have challenged me, I would have said, "Nah, I ain't doing it." But it was a summer of challenges. That was the big craze over the summer.
You know, you see, now I'm already nervous. You haven't even spoken yet, and I'm sitting here trying to think how quick it'd take me to get out the door.
No, but I wanted to challenge all of those Mike Ditka's, Sarah Palin, all those Ted Nuggets. I wanted to challenge them to if they're so tired of being politically correct, then let's just stop doing it. Let's.
For everyone,
Here's
yeah.
the thing, though.
And
They're
I was
only
gonna
tired of being
challenge them.
politically correct to Indians.
Do you want me to finish?
Yes.
I was going to challenge them to call certain people certain names and video record it and say, I'm taking the I'm no longer politically correct challenge. I'm calling out, Mike or RG3. I'm calling him that's it.
I haven't taken a breath since he started talking.
The
And then
N-word.
after that, then he can challenge, RG3 to call someone a gay slur. Let's just do away with all of that, and then let's do away with politically correct.
How about we
challenge.
all just respect each other's
And then
cultures?
they have to record it and put it on YouTube and see how viral it goes. How's that for a challenge?
Right.
I think they would accept it.
No.
Okay, here's where we are.
Either that, or they could donate $100 to us.
Yeah.
These are Ted.
If you're not going to do it, donate money to us.
Are you ready for Ted Nugent's quotes?
No.
I take it, okay, earlier in the summer, Nugent had been scheduled to appear at a casino in Worley, Idaho, but the tribe canceled after learning about his history of racially inflammatory statements. He says, I take it as a badge of honor that such unclean vermin are upset by me and my positive energy. By all indicators, I don't think they, I lost it. By all
No, we got the
indicators.
unclean vermin part.
Oh,
That was
there's
enough.
better.
I think we got the gist.
No, there's more. If I could figure out how to change, I hate computers. I hate technology. Let me just tell you.
They hate you too.
How can I make this? Hold on, I'm turning it over to my technology major, Gretchen.
And that wouldn't be me, because I don't know how to
Unclean
use this
vermin.
either.
Unclean vermin.
You're turning the technological portion of the show over to
Yeah.
Gretchen.
Yes,
We're in
I
trouble.
am.
Yeah.
We're in trouble then.
I thought we turned it over to Kenny.
I don't know about you, unclean vermin. You
I'm
know
pre-
what?
I am-
Here's the
I'm
thing.
an
If
unclean vermin.
if he ever said that, even within striking distance of me, I would just walk up and hit him in the mouth and say, "Now you have unclean vermin on
You've
you."
never seen me sitting on my recliner about 11 o'clock at night. Then you'd be thinking, yeah, he's unclean vermin.
I bought Cheetos at the grocery store or at the gas station the other night for treat, and Sarah says, "You've never eaten Cheetos before." I said, "It's Ed. It's the Ed."
All right. Well, we talked about our summer of challenges, knuckleheads.
And they kept coming.
Who was the knucklehead of the summer?
Dan Schneider, if you ask me.
Dan Snyder. What do you think, Kenny?
Probably do a poll for it.
A what?
Poll
Oh,
poll.
Can you do a poll?
on Facebook, yeah.
Knucklehead of the summer. Was it Dan Snyder for being Dan Snyder and owning the Redskins?
Ted
or
Nugent.
Ted Nugent, or Mike Ditka, or who else?
Right, Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Sarah
You know
Palin.
what? Here's the thing, though. Some people, okay, Ted Nugent's an idiot, and he's an idiot about all races across the board. So in actuality, getting really upset by what Ted Nugent says really takes us down to his level.
Well, you
Mike
did get
Ditka-
upset then.
I was upset.
Well, then
But
you
Mike
won then.
Ditka really upsets me because he was someone that millions of Americans looked up to. He was a great football coach. Would he have made these remarks when he was coaching a team? I wonder. I don't think so. I think he's had one too many concussions.
I don't know.
I do. Because when I listened to what he said, but also, I would like to say I'm really seeing it swing the other way. Bob Costas won't use the words Washington Redskins. The
But
New
you
York
will.
Times won't use the words or the mascot. I mean, bit by bit, people aren't there like 5 or 6 announcers now that will not
Yeah,
use
out
those?
of what, a couple thousand, Kenny?
Hey, everything,
5.
you know
Yay,
what?
we're making progress.
5 is better than none.
Correct.
And next year it'll be 10, and the year after that, 20. This is a grassroots movement. And you know, Facebook is really what has made this movement go. It really is. It's a way to tie up people that have never been tied together before. And you know, there's power
You
in
talking
numbers.
about tying people together?
Yes, I am, Buffalo Chip. That's my new name for you. I just read it. I like that.
Ooh, that
Buffalo Chip.
hurt. Well, I'd call you something else, but I promised your family I wouldn't.
Monica, if Ed is mean to me, I
Out of my
really count
respect
on you.
for Sarah, I won't do that to you.
I really count on you to keep him under control.
All right, so we talked about summer. We're gonna have, if we're gonna do Knucklehead, we ought to do Indian of the summer.
Native American of the whole summer.
Is it shown? Was it the Thompson Brothers?
You know,
we
the
just lump
summer,
under
I would
one.
say, actually, for the summer, I would say it was the summer of lacrosse. That brought more knowledge about Native people. It was all over.
Well, then we'll let our
lacrosse was
viewer
big.
decide.
Yes.
Our viewer. Viewers.
Gretchen caught that one. Cindy's like,
I choose to ignore you totally and completely.
so you're gonna put those up, Kenny?
Yeah. who's
Put the
all on?
Thompson Brothers
I don't even know where
or
Kenny's
Shoni
at.
Schimmel. Is there any others?
Thompson, this summer.
Those are the two as high profile.
Right. Yeah.
Who? Yeah, I think if we were to have a tournament, it would narrow it down to those two, Shoni and the Thompsons.
But basketball's not really huge, not really what you would consider a summer kind
This
of.
wasn't basketball.
topic at
it
all.
was lacrosse.
No, Shoni.
Well, well, the WNBA season is during the summer. That's their regular season. Are you being sexist over there? You did diminishing her?
No,
season?
I didn't know. I thought basketball went from like November to
Men's
January.
basketball. See, you don't even know the women's
Oh,
game.
No, I
Who
don't.
do you want on the wall of shame?
Dan Schneider, Mike
Knucklehead
Ditka.
of the summer.
Knucklehead of the summer?
Dan
Yes.
Schneider, Mike Ditka, Ted Nugent.
Those three?
You could throw Sarah Palin up there, but much like Mike Ditka, you get a certain point where you just don't listen anymore.
Right.
And then Indian, native, whatever, what do we call them? Native of the summer?
Yeah.
The
Native of the summer.
Thompson Brothers?
When, no,
Or
the,
Shoni
when
Schimmel.
was that, the first district court judge, female district court
That
judge?
was way
that
back
the
when,
summer?
remember?
That wasn't the
No,
summer?
it was, we were doing,
You know what?
what's her name?
During the summer, I tend to I don't even remember my kids and grandkids'
Who meant
names.
to, you know what happens? That's what happens when you go to Colorado for the summer.
Wanda, if
Your-
you're
your
listening,
brain
I
sorta
just, you know,
disconnects.
hey, speaking of the summer, it's almost over, and what's the big event at the end of the summer?
ITSC party.
Metropolitan Community Powwow.
No,
Yes.
Intertribal Student Council
The Metro
party.
Powwow.
You know
is
what
this
happened? We had a party. I grilled ribeye steaks, and Kenny did not show.
Yeah.
No.
You missed
There was-
out.
You know what? We had a lot of people at that.
Kenny, what
picnic.
had a
happened
lot
to you,
of
man? You
steaks.
let us
You
down.
don't want to know.
It's a good
I bought a
party.
whole an extra side of ribeyes, thinking you were going to be
Yeah,
there.
we counted you as 4 people.
Yeah, last time he went into a steak coma. Remember that?
I remember that.
They showed that picture of they took a picture and Kenny's sitting up on my back porch. He's just kind of slumped over. He was unconscious. That was after what, your 4th pound of meat?
Ooh, and the rice. Gretchen, you make some fabulous Spanish
Thank you,
rice.
thank you. But it was a good picnic.
It
Good
was.
show.
We're you
Good
know,
show.
we're going to have a bigger intertribal student council than we've ever had this year. We got a lot of really great kids. We got a lot of really good freshmen. You know what's nice? The kids coming in now, we've known from the community for longer than just hello, my name is Cindy. So when kids come here, they
I
already
bet you
know
say
in
that a lot,
advance.
don't you?
Hello, my name is Cindy.
Yeah.
To kids I don't know that I'm trying to get to come to UNO.
She
you
didn't get
bet
it,
I
did she,
do.
Gretchen? Gretchen's getting
I'm
these.
not.
Cindy's like,
That's because I've decided this year not to pay attention to you.
Well, what do we have on this year's docket of events?
Nope.
No, because
nothing.
the Metro, and ours.
But it's a fabulous powwow,
It's a
and
good
I just hope
powwow.
everybody
It's all
out.
right.
You know what?
It's okay.
Most no,
It's
it's
not
not
great.
Yeah, it
It's the
is.
best.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man, listen, that's a traitor
The
over
end
the
of
there.
biggest.
year, the
It's
end
the
of the
biggest.
year.
It's the biggest.
I'll
Hey,
be
I'm sitting
powwowed
right
out.
here.
I know they
You
have
know
really
what?
good MCs over
No,
there.
don't know
when the
who's
when the
MC.
university gives us the kind of money Metro gets to put on their powwow, we'll have that kind of a powwow. We're bargain basement trying to give a big party.
But I'll
We're
be,
shopping at Walmart. They're over at Von Maur.
Wait. Can you walk away with boxes of pizza at the
No.
Metro powwow?
No.
No.
I think not.
But
I think not.
but you can buy tacos. You can buy
Yeah, for
Indian
what?
tacos.
$7?
So can't do that. at ours.
$7.
Can you?
We
how
feed
about
people.
At Creighton? Can
No
they
cost.
feed at Creighton? Do they have food vendors at Creighton?
No, they
Ask.
feed.
You might want to.
But
Maybe we
they
have a
have-
survey.
they do the same
We
thing.
should have
Oh,
a
yeah,
survey.
they have a little snack.
Want a survey? Would
No.
you rather go to a powwow where you pay
No.
$7 for an Indian taco, or all the pizza you can carry out for
No,
free?
because I support the Metro Powwow.
Me
I
too,
support
and I
the
like to
Creighton
see
Powwow.
everybody
Oh,
who
that's
shows
because your
all the
mom's
powwows.
on
No,
the
I like to
planning
see
board.
everybody
No.
who shows up too. It's
Yeah.
Great
You
social.
know my gripe against Metro, don't you?
They won't hire you. Oh dear
Or
God.
any
Well, hey,
natives.
guess what? I'm going to be teaching there.
As an adjunct, maybe.
Yep.
See, they won't hire full time.
I don't want. I don't want to.
natives.
The thing about that
Ask
is,
them.
I bet they will.
Ask them. No, they won't.
They just didn't like you personally.
They're racist.
They didn't like you personally.
Kenny, they're racist.
Speaking of racist, how come the Washington Redskins get called to the carpet, but nobody says a word to the Atlanta Braves or to the Kansas City
I have
Chiefs?
always done that.
Nobody else does.
Now they're not in my league, I guess.
How come? That's
'Cause
equally
I'm
as
just-
offensive.
I'm
How
just
come we're just
smart.
going after one team?
I'm not. I'm going after all of them. Kenny,
One
knock
at a
yourself
time,
out.
then they all will fall.
Knock yourself out. You want the pizza?
One at a time. We got a big year coming up this year. Big year. We've already set the date for the Native American Film Festival.
And I'm probably going to be showing my bias here about Indian of the Summer. But Jeremy and Lyle were named first team all world.
Oh, wow.
Granted, being the game is great. Don't want to diminish that at all, Kenny. But all world behind you?
How
I'm
old
first
is-
team all world.
How old is
How
Jeremy?
can you beat that?
How old is Jeremy?
Probably about 27, I think.
So he's
28.
getting close to winding down his.
He's 27 years old.
It's
Getting
pro,
old.
pro sports. What's the median age for a professional athlete?
Depends on the sport, I guess. If it's golf, you're like 50.
Right.
Yeah. Let's say median.
Oh, you want to you want to hear what's cool about? I guess was the favorite part of lacrosse for my wife. The hitting.
Ooh.
We'd never watched the lacrosse game before. We go there, those guys are swinging those sticks, just banging on each other, running up and down the field. My wife's in there laughing, and we're trying to figure out what's a penalty, because on occasion they would call a penalty, and someone would have to go to the penalty box, and like, what for? He hit him what, the 10th time?
Right.
Is there a limit on how many times you can hit somebody with that stick?
Ooh.
And what was cool about it was that the Iroquois Nationals, they went old school. They used the hickory sticks. Most of them, the other ones, they used the aluminum one because they're light. But the Iroquois ones, some of the defenders used the hickory ones. And they said it was like a baseball bat. And they're hitting each other they're defending these guys, hitting them with these wooden sticks or baseball bats. And one of the guys who was getting hit said he would rather be defended at a shotgun than get hit with those sticks.
Oh my God. They do not get paid good to be lacrosse players.
Well, they get
That
get the
is
glory.
not one of those professions. 30 years old.
I was thinking you and I should do a demonstration of lacrosse.
30 years old
I use
is
the
the
hickory
median
stick.
age is the higher end
Oh,
age
you
of a
wouldn't look it
professional
up, huh?
lacrosse. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd borrow one of the Thompson's hickory sticks.
30 years.
She's not listening, is she?
No, the average
30 years old.
The average salary for a major league lacrosse player is $13,000 a year, and most rookies make closer to $6,500. What?
They have to get a part-time job, I guess, don't they?
So you're a pro athlete, but you gotta
Well,
gotta
they don't
work at
have
McDonald's.
A lot of people come watch them as like other sports, probably.
Wow.
So Kenny, it says you asked a question. Is it up
So their wives probably
Where's
have to
it
pretty
at?
much work full time.
On the page.
on your page?
Oh, how
No,
sad.
I think.
It's on the Maid of Honor hours. Let me see.
30 years old is the lacrosse, the average lacrosse retirement age.
All I see is Kenny asked a question. Indian
I
of
got
the
it.
summer.
Kenny, ask
Where do
the
you
question.
vote?
You write it in the comments.
Yeah, no. It has to-
Oh, he's got a little thing. See, you click on it
It
and then you
didn't click on mine.
Did you click on? Click on Knucklehead of the Summer. Touch Knucklehead of the Summer.
Knucklehead.
I think I'm sitting by the Knucklehead of the Summer. Could you just throw his name in there too?
Indian
Yeah, I
of the
don't see
summer
it
right
yet
here.
either.
See?
Middle of Summer and
It's not there.
Knucklehead of
It's not there.
the Summer. It's there.
You're commenting.
We got it, I voted.
See, it's not there.
On Ed's computer, it's not there. On mine's, it is.
Mine.
I
it's not
voted.
yet. It'll get there.
For Dan Snyder. 2 votes for Dan Snyder. Dun, 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 dun,
All
dun.
right, so what's going on this fall?
Native American Film
Native
Festival.
Film Festival.
Yay!
Do you want to talk a little bit about it since it's your bro?
No, you can.
It looks like this year we talked with
See,
Vision
you
Makers.
were gonna do it, you didn't even ask me to nicely to do it.
Oh, Uncle Eddie,
Thank
would you
you.
talk about who's coming for our Native Film
My
Festival?
brother.
Your brother.
Brother Gary Farmer. It's gonna be a all Gary, all weekend.
Film retrospect.
Film.
You know what? The thing is, what movie has he not been in except
Godfather.
Dances with Wolves?
Godfather.
Native movie.
Dances with Wolves. And why is it that
Oh,
he
yeah,
wasn't in
wasn't
Dances
there,
with
was
Wolves?
he?
You more that.
Gretchen,
I
why
swear to
wasn't
God,
he in Dances
you
with
almost
Wolves?
killed me and
Why
Monica.
was he
Why wasn't Brother Gary in Dances with Wolves?
Don't say it out loud. Please don't say it out
I don't
loud.
know the answer.
Gary, if
You
you're
don't?
listening, I
Well,
love you.
because
Because what?
Didn't pay him enough?
No.
No.
You want to hear the story behind
No, wait a minute. Let me see if
Because
he's
they didn't
online.
ask him first.
No.
If Gary Farmer is not online, you may feel free to tell the story. I'm
Gary's
checking to
not
see. I'm
listening.
checking to see. I'm checking to see.
He's not.
He's tuned in.
You know, when we first, she's not, I'll go ahead and start it. When we first brought him here, I went to go pick him up and, making conversation with him, really nice, funny. And, I said, so Gary,
For those of you who can't see me, I'm shaking my head in disgust.
no, she isn't.
Yeah, disgust.
I said, Gary, every that was acting at the time was in Dances with Wolves. How come you didn't get any piece of that action? He started laughing. And, because he said his cousin, Graham Greene, was in it.
Let's bring Graham Greene.
They made
I don't
that would
care,
be a
he's
good idea.
cute.
But I said, how come you didn't get a piece of that, that Dance with Wolves? And he started laughing. I said, what? He goes, they told me I was, he said,
I'm no longer on the show. I have mentally
I
clicked
can do
out
my
right now.
RG3 rant.
Too what? Too
No.
large?
No, he said,
Yes.
he said I was too fat to ride on a horse.
And Ed asks him to tell this story at film streams in front of an audience of about 500.
We
No,
didn't
'cause-
have any heavy
no,
set guys
no.
back then?
You gave me a little mini stroke that night. You
No,
were the first
he
cause
was.
of my tiny
we
mini
were
stroke.
laughing about it, and we were talking. I mean, he was just, telling me all these other stories, and then when we get,
There are stories that Gretchen and I laugh about, but if she got up and told them in front of an audience of people, it
no,
would
but
be
when we get
deemed
when we
inappropriate.
get in front of the main audience, there, he's just all serious. He's got his serious Gary mug on, and thinking, man, they need to see, the funny
Funny Gary.
sensitive Gary. And so I wanted. And I
The
wanted,
funny, sensitive Gary there is. There is a funny,
Yes.
sensitive Gary. I would like that Gary to come out.
I mean,
please.
when we were riding my car, it was just, I had a pleasant experience. That's how he's my bro. And I was thinking, but when
Everybody gets along with you but me.
I know but when he talks in public, he's just like serious and talking about the environment and global warming. He's just really serious. And he kind of had that his tone, and I wanted to loosen him up and start talking the stories that he was telling. And I said, Gary, what about Dancing with Wolves? And I come back and I told Cindy and everybody else what happened, and they were mortified that I would ask him that question.
Mortified.
And so I start going in, Gary, Dancing with Wolves. I look out, corner of my eye, see,
Stroke.
and everybody putting their hands over their eyes like this. And is he gonna do it? Is he gonna ask? I'm thinking, I'm gonna go for it.
I looked back at Monica. We just kind of, my favorite Monica is
I was flapping in
6
the
foot
wind.
tall on the big screen, naked guy flapping in the wind. I looked over and Monica was done, man. She had eyes covered, head down, head shaking. That was better than watching the actual movie. I've seen that movie like 7 times. Well, they
Up to that point, it was a pretty decent movie.
It was realistic.
But back to Brother Gary, he was, and everybody thought, oh man, you guys, Gary's never going to come back. You asked him that. And afterwards, he said, we're laughing. He's, oh, when are you going to pick me up for breakfast, bro? Like, I'll get you. We'll get you up for breakfast. And it was no big deal to him. Everybody was all,
You have a very different relationship with Brother than
All
Gary than, say,
panicked.
I have.
yeah,
You
you
know
wanted
what,
to
though?
throw down with him.
I threatened. I
Yeah.
threatened his little life. Yes, I did. He snapped at me. You don't bark at me. Don't ever bark at me. Ask me to do something.
Roof.
I'll go 5 miles. I'll knock you out. I think we all know that. I'll go 5 miles out of my way to help you, but snap at me to do something, it's on. I said, I am a Lakota woman. Eyes widened.
I saw you do that. I'm
Giant
like, come
steps
on,
take
Cindy, don't
back.
pull that on my brother.
I did. I'll knock you. Oh, never mind. It was very unladylike, and I am ashamed of my behavior.
But he's coming back after all of that.
I
After
know.
all that.
We feed him. I tell you what, though, I am not cutting his hair out of his ears. I don't care what you say, it's not happening. He can do that with. Hey, are we going to put him in a hotel?
I was thinking.
Ooh,
I was thinking the Travel Lodge downtown, huh?
he's the talent. So we're
The
going to have
Colonial, I think, has a vacancy.
Vision Makers
Kenny knows
Media
what I'm
is
talking
working.
about.
Vision Makers Media is working on it. We'll have more details as they come, but as of right now, all we know is November 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's going to be Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. If anybody has any suggestions, any movies that they think, what movie hasn't he been in? Powwow Highway? That Dreamcatchers miniseries on TV, that would be great to show on Saturday morning. Him acted together. Our friend Jerry was in that,
In what?
in Dreamcatcher. Is that what it was called? Dreamweaver, Dreamcatcher. It was an NBC, ABC, CBS.
You know what she's talking about,
miniseries.
Kenny?
Hold on, looking it up.
No, don't look it up.
But our friend Jerry was in it. We got to spend some time with her this summer. What a lovely woman. Jerry Keems.
We saw her roaming around downtown, and we invited her to go on a walk with us.
Yes, she was so excited. She's friends now. I'm going when my son, I'm going to be a grandma again. My son in California and his girlfriend are having a little girl. So I'll be going down there in November when the
I'm having
baby's born.
two more granddaughters, too.
Wow. Isn't it the best thing in the world? Because you don't have to have, I remember that fear. By the time you have your 4th child, it's not so exciting to your husband that you're pregnant again. I called my husband's work and left a message with his secretary. Would you just tell Marty that the rabbit died? Oh, Gary Farmer miniseries. I would love to have John Trudell come.
You
So
know
they-
what? We'd invite, because right now she's
Oh,
all.
no, wait a minute. Gary Farmer wasn't in the one with Val Kilmer.
one where
that
Val
big
was,
one.
it was Thunderheart.
Thunderheart.
Yeah.
He wasn't in that, was he?
No, Graham Greene was.
Graham Greene was.
No, Gary.
He wasn't in Last of the Mohicans.
Cindy's all.
Well, you gotta bring
John Trudell.
Rodney Grant
oh."
down with them.
But we if we invite him, he gets out of his van. He's wearing shorts. She sees his legs, and she's like, "Oh."
I was, man, when Ed goes, you talk to him on the phone. I can't. I'll just giggle. I'll make a fool out of myself. He got off the shuttle. I looked at Ed. Over it. Over it.
And that's what you do with Trudell. You know that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because he is old. He's probably got
He's
them
getting there.
pencil legs.
But you know what?
Probably yellow.
And he's probably traveling around with a 21-year-old girl. Men are that age generally don't want women of my advantage.
You'd
I
be
don't
over
see
him.
his movie things. IMBD.
But that's going to be in November. That's here pretty
That's going to
soon.
be big. We're going to have, we've set the date, April 25th for the UNO powwow. Powwow. Do you know he was in Police Academy?
Who was?
Gary Farmer.
Was he?
He was in Police Academy, The Believers, The Big Town. He was in a show with Kiefer Sutherland and Lou Diamond Phillips. I'm sorry, that was not good. Lou Diamond Phillips is a big fake. A big fake phony. Hey,
hear
when are we gonna
Longmire got
when are we-
canceled?
When are we going to start taking on the fake Indians? If we're taking on the fake team, taking on the fake Indians.
Oh, boy.
It's just a question. If it's not okay for the Washington Redskins to be racist, how come it's okay for people to be walking around saying, "Yeah, I'm Indian"?
I'm going to buy a war bonnet.
Oh my God! He's trying to. He's. You know what? All I have to say is he's trying to get. Is that your? To see how many shows into it we come before you give me a stroke.
Yeah, that forehead.
Adaptation. He's been in a bunch.
Either that, Kenny, or we can get some M&Ms and roll them around on the table.
That was funny. I'll go ahead and admit it. I was hurt way worse than I let anybody
When was it
know.
you fell? You fell just recently?
That was, I fell out of the chair at your party.
Oh yeah, just at a party.
Wasn't Frankie the... Was it Frankie?
Me and Frankie,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
We were
Frankie.
sitting in, and I felt myself going over, and then everybody said, "Cindy," like I don't know I'm falling.
And they
You're
started laughing.
falling. Yeah.
See,
Because it was a slow motion kind of rolling
and at least
fall.
I told everybody, I said, at least when she fell, remember, Kenny, you laughed. Everybody's laughing. I said, "Are you okay?" Then when she hopped up, then I started
Then you
laughing.
That's
I-
because you're my
waited.
brother. That's because you're my brother.
Don't get me wrong, I'll laugh at you. I just want to make sure you're okay first. That was Cindy's.
I was hurt too. I was down there and I was hurt. I hit my son John. My son John's listening to listening to the show. I love you, John. I can't wait to meet my new granddaughter.
All right, well,
It's my baby John.
We have
he's
any
my
other?
He's my oldest child. Lives in California.
do we have any Indians of the week or knuckleheads? Or are we just trying to deal with
I'm still on
Summer.
Gary Farmer. Hold on. I'm trying to think of that miniseries because that was great.
what was that one you were just telling me about? He's on right now. The Red Road?
Ooh, that's really good. It's on the Sundance channel, and it's a miniseries. It's not a miniseries. It's a
Man, I was hungry
series.
for some pizza. What happened to that?
Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
It's a really good it's a series on the Sundance channel, and it's about a tribe of Indians based in New York, and it's a very good. It's hard to explain what towns are like that ring the reservation. You know what I mean? And it's a real good. Shows the good and bad on both sides.
Of what?
Of reservation, of this reservation, and it shows the corruption on both sides. Gary Farmer is what, the tribal chair?
I've never seen
Oh,
it.
Gary's the tribal. So, hey, have you seen any pictures of Gary Farmer lately?
No.
I think he's lost 70, 80 pounds.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a plug-in
Mhm.
anywhere?
No.
No? Well,
There's one.
Oh, John says he's my second oldest child because he's one of the twins. They're 2 minutes apart.
no.
And he's going to be a daddy, John. I bet you're getting nervous. You should, honey. You're having a little girl. It's a whole different ball of wax. You know what? Have you ever heard of the airline Allegiant Air? ALIEGENT? Is it good? Because I'm dollars to fly to see my new grandchild in California.
And it takes you about 36 hours to get there.
I don't 34 because at the time of year that she's due November 14th, but since it's her first, they usually go long.
You know,
So
you
we're
can get
looking
there
at
cheaper if you
Thanksgiving.
just get a piece of cardboard and,
Hey,
right.
why don't you go down and see your family in Phoenix for Thanksgiving? I'll ride
Because
down
hopefully
with you
they'll
and
be
just
up
drive
here.
over. Oh. You have a house big enough to put everybody in. When I try and
Yes.
fit people in
No,
my
we don't.
house,
Big
it doesn't
house.
work.
No, we don't.
You've got a big, beautiful
No.
house.
It only fits 3.
Monica will take me in when I'm old.
There's- all the
She
rooms are
will.
spoken for. No, we
Gary
do have a
Farmer's
shed
been
out in the
over-
back. I'll open up my shed for you.
Gary, I've seen the shed. That's not very nice.
That shed's nicer than your house, trust me.
Monica,
I've seen what
Monica, at least give him a nasty look.
I see
My
what,
son- Hey,
I see what
John,
that tree did to your house.
son's listening to this. John, when you come home for a visit,
You're
have
gonna-
I want you to
Okay.
beat him up. But don't mess with your pretty
Don't hit me in the head. That's all I have to say.
boy, Gary Farmer. I'm looking at old pictures of Gary Farmer. He looks exactly the same when he's young as when he's old.
See how he's smiling in that picture in that pickup truck?
Look
Yeah.
what he's holding.
Like he had a, I was gonna say like he had a big
He's holding
40
a beer.
ounce.
Big 40.
He's got a 40-40.
Gretchen got that one too. Gretchen's on fire today.
What?
Cindy just like, but.
Okay, has that been changed? Photo or something?
It looks like it has been. I wouldn't want that out in the public domain.
There's some amusing picture. Clearly someone. Longmire's. Yeah, they're getting rid of Longmire. I never watched. I watched it once. To be honest with you, listening to Lou Diamond Phillips made me so. So I'm sorry, I will turn the sound down right now.
He didn't sound authentic when he said, "Where's
Oh,
the
my
fry
son
bread?"
says- my son says, Ed, don't make me enforce.
Did you tell him I'm an attorney?
He says, I am crazy like my mom.
Tell him I'll just file for the protection order right now.
You don't mess with my boy's mama. Whatever happened to Eric Schwang? Do you remember Schweg? Do you
No.
remember him? He's a beautiful native actor. Dropped out. Have you noticed that a lot of the truly good native actors are from Canada?
Yep.
What's that really cute one who was in Smoke Signals? I can't think of his name. Somebody help me.
Evan Adams.
Oh,
Infant Adams?
Adam Beach.
Oh, yeah,
Yep,
Adam
he's from
Beach.
Adams is now a professor teaching in Canada. And he turned out to be good looking. I checked him.
Bring him down.
Trust me, at your age, everybody
Victor.
turns out to be good looking.
No, you're still not.
If they have a Paul 50,
Thomas. Thomas ended up being. He might be single. What was that movie he made with Johnny Depp? Dead Man?
yes, dead man.
Dead Man. That's super long. I'd like to have about a half hour in. My eyes were getting heavy. It's very dramatic and it's very dark. Very slowly.
Sort of like you.
Yeah. I am a little dark, and I move faster than you do, though.
Oh,
For
please.
sure.
didn't you?
Okay, no.
No, you don't.
I can't even say
No.
that. I can't
Yeah.
even pretend that. But we've got a big intertribal this year. You want to talk
Yep, we
about
have
it?
big intertribal, lots of new. people coming
Intertribal, everybody, come out and dance.
Hopefully we'll get some good things going on.
You don't like
Yeah, I
voice?
do. I can't do it though.
And apparently it doesn't measure up.
Little trouble.
It's a good MC voice.
My son's going to war with you
Come
now.
on, put that on silent.
Uh-uh.
Jeez.
Uh-oh. He's crazier. You better get a restraining order on the whole family.
You know what? I already have that petition filled out.
John, here's the thing. We have to be nice to him. If we ever get in trouble, Ed's getting us out.
Yeah, everybody talks smack about me until they need to make a phone call.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it's Uncle Ed, get
You're still getting my goodwill from the Pendleton coat. Ooh, it's almost Pendleton coat wearing time this morning, but then I thought, Cindy, it would be a little silly to wear your winter
Not
coat. I
really,
want to
it's
wear
chilly.
it so bad. I'm making a scarf to match it and special earrings. Yes, speaking of earrings, we're gonna do our
You like that
third
segue?
Holiday bazaar.
third annual holiday bazaar. We just, if any of if Wanda or Johnny are listening, we need to get together and sit down and discuss some dates. This year they would like to do it on a Sunday, due to the fact that every time we have it, no matter when we have it, there's huge competition with other stuff going on
Right, on
campus.
Saturdays, yep.
And the parking is bad, and I know it hurts us. So they'd like to do it on Sundays. I think that might be kind of iffy for people too, because if you go to church,
Who we
know?
kidding? Last time he 1963, 64?
oh, no, not me. I only go into a church at Forest.
The last time, was it when you got baptized? That would have been in 1946 or 47. She's
Asshole.
thinking. That's a solid comeback right there.
Thank you. I still have, but see where you push me? Generally, I'm a sweet, loving, kind
And she had to
woman.
think a couple minutes too. And that's the best she could come up with. You saw her eyes, he's like stewing.
I wish we had camera right now to see
I know
his
that.
face.
That'd have been classic.
Remember that face. I'd like to see you do it next year. Oh.
Thinking,
But we're
come
gonna-
on,
you know what?
Cindy.
We're hitting our
That's the
stride,
best.
Ed. It seems like our
It's now called a shuffle.
when we took over, if you remember correctly, there had been no powwow the year before. You had no
And-
powwows back and running good. Look at all the things. We've given Omaha a film festival, the first Native American film festival in Omaha, and we've done it 2 years in a row.
We haven't done it 2 years in a row.
This
We
will be
haven't
the
done it.
second.
This will be the second.
Yeah, this will be the second.
We're already counting. It's a happening thing. We have a lot of interesting things going on campus. Tell us a little bit about the Emergency Tribal Management Program. Ooh, I'm excited.
It's going.
Kenny, see
You
when
heard
you
it
laugh
here.
at him like him on. Actually, I have more fun when they can't watch. It's like when we're on camera, I realize if I'm being kind of goofy or something, and I try and pull it back in, and because I already told Ed nobody can. I can't look at him during the radio.
And she
show
doesn't have to
anymore
clip her
because-
nose hairs either.
Yeah, see, a perk. I wouldn't.
Stuff them back up there.
You should see me at 8 o'clock in the morning trying to put on eyeliner, cussing.
Try to braid them.
Can't believe I have to work trying to braid them. I'm not that old yet.
The video camera, that means, evidence is,
See, we could always
Destroyed.
say it was somebody else's voice if they caught us on this. So if you want to use the N-word, now's the time to do it.
what word? I used it in my class when I did my RG3
You know
rap.
what?
Yeah.
Somebody is going to just knock you right out. Here's the way I look at it.
No.
You don't agree with me, but here's the way I look at it. I feel like if I use those words, then I'm as bad as the Dan Snyders of the world. I feel like we should find a way to fight it without putting other oppressed. Monica just remembered she forgot to plug her meter. I wish you would have kept running with that computer because that would have been funny. Boom.
No,
I
you
wouldn't.
don't understand what I'm doing. I'm not
I know.
calling somebody that
I know, I know, but you're using the word. And
And-
I truly believe I'm better than using that word. I won't even say,
but you use redskin all the time.
but here's the problem. Here's what
Then
they're
you're
saying.
you're part of the hypocrisy then.
I won't ever again. I won't ever again say that word. The problem is the R word means two things. There's two bad R words that we can't use. So we need to figure out a different word for that.
What's the other one?
Retarded.
Oh,
Right.
what does that mean?
What?
It means slow.
You know, the thing is, in our generation, yes, you are in my generation. I don't care what you say. In our generation,
Just barely.
it didn't necessarily
You're on the
mean
upper
that.
end of the
It was
generation.
more- it
I'm on
was-
the lower end of the generation.
You and I are the same age.
No, we're
Grandpa
not.
Mose. When's your birthday?
In December?
So then we will be the exact same age in December
we
until
won't.
I turn a year older than you.
No,
in
you're
March.
about 5 years older than me.
No, I am not. You vain old man. Graduate from high school.
1987?
Oh my.
No
God.
way.
Thank you, Gretchen.
I was 88.
Well, how do you
I'm
know
like,
that?
hey.
I'm a year older.
Hey now.
Listen to that. Call me
Where
out
are
like
you in the
that.
line in your family? Who's the oldest?
My sister,
Where are you in the pecking order?
third,
Oh, you're a middle child. Oh, that
the upper
lot.
half.
But yeah, that explains a lot. I'm the.
That explains.
Oh,
it explains nothing.
Oh my God. Are the classic middle child. Constant need for attention. I'm the oldest child, meant to put the middle child in their place.
No, you don't.
You should see my daughter Sarah's face when I say, "Oh, honey, you're just the middle child." I really wish you would say that. She is. She's definitely a middle child. And all that poor Sarah. When we went on, Sarah.
Yeah, she has. Look, she has a mom. She's about ready.
Look at him, he
He
did it, JD. Ambulance back
was
on
gonna
my
hit
head.
me in the head,
Trust him.
Kenny. That was just like a knee-jerk reaction. She was like gonna hit me. It's in my wife's bag.
Never hit you in front of Monica because I can't run faster than
She was
her.
about ready to hit me in the head.
Monica, I said something and turned around and looked at him and he got all blocking off his face like I
That's
was gonna-
because she raised her hand. Like, all right. Are we done yet?
Yes, we are. We went a little long today, but we
Yeah.
started out a little
We
long.
started a little bit late, like a
So
lot
once
late.
again, I would love to invite anybody from the community.
Not anybody.
I
Coming
want
up here.
anybody from the community, please. Anybody that makes it so that I don't have to sit alone at this table with Ed. Gretchen's cushioned the blow a little bit today, but I can't count on her being
Right.
here every time. And we generally will have Cassie's Corner. So coming up this weekend, head out to the Metro Powell. The
Metro
weekend
Powell.
after
I
that
ain't going.
is the Omaha, what's that
Harvest-
called? The Harvest. It's going to be at Fontenelle Forest. Beautiful, beautiful place. The weekend after that, we're hosting the
Do you have a
Leadership Conference.
secret stash planted out there in Fontenelle Forest?
Isn't Old Man Fontenelle the one who supports the mascots?
Yes, but that's not the same one.
It's not?
No.
Isn't the last remaining Fontenelle the one that supports the mascots?
I don't know.
What? I was never so proud of you in my life. I don't even know where we were, but Old Man Fontenelle got up and started talking about how he supports it and he supports the mascots, and I was watching Ed's face. And you're like me. Maybe you're inscrutable in your law life, but in your real life, you've got a very expressive face. And I
I'm
was
stoic.
watching Ed, and you
Stoic.
could tell he was just chewing his words back in. Well, because he's doing that hand thing. Well, you've got the right to your opinion. Well, that's and you're rubbing your hands, and there's
I
other
wasn't.
sides
She's
to the
making it tough.
story.
Uh-oh, Kenny's packing up. I guess that
He's
means
leaving
we're
Yes,
done.
we're done.
He's
Well,
out.
thanks
He
for
walks in
listening
late, and then he wants to
in.
get rid of us early.
Well, she gotta get back to her house.
Kenny, do you have a girl?
Why do you ask?
Because you're packing up quickly. That's
Rushing
right.
outta
My
here.
landlord is coming. Flood zone.
4:30 and
You can wait outside my front door for all I care. I'm a radio person. God, people have to wait for me now.
Kenny.
Floodplain. Oh, as thank God I don't own this house. Thank God. I own room door, water everywhere.
Oh,
Everywhere.
before we remember what I told Shirley Snevy, what my to have Gary's Farmer.
No,
Remember?
no.
I said on one condition
What was it?
that I get to sing a duet. I mean, we're gonna sing Redbone.
He gave you the
Come and get your
opportunity
love.
to sing at him at
That was some song I never even heard of before.
Oh yes, you'd heard of it. What?
we had it.
I
You've
had
never heard of that?
Tulsa.
On Tulsa Time? You've never heard that?
We're not country fans at all, ever.
It's a very famous song. Very famous. song.
So
That
Gary,
was the
start
most blessed
learning.
night ever. Do you realize that the women? that were-
Hey, what's the matter with your head?
John, never mind. You don't have to kill Ed. He just killed himself.
I want to sing that
I think you
Yeah.
should dance.
too.
Should we dance?
That'll be good.
What's that one song by Archie Bell and the Drells? We dance.
I'd have to have a little more to go on.
Or that stuff.
Very popular.
That was your
out there
favorite
now.
song this summer, wasn't it?
The good news is
Nebraska. Yeah, we know.
there's a way that they're taking the tea that gets you stoned, and they're growing plant because it works amazing.
What she's trying to
for
say is she got
epileptics.
the decaffeinated stuff.
It's amazing for epileptics. It's going on the ballot in Nebraska this
ain't gonna
election
fly.
period because
It'll pass.
it's working. It's not you're not getting stoned. They've removed healing in there.
Then what would be the point?
You know who's
The
the
healing
biggest?
stuff.
You know who's the biggest legalizing marijuana? The pharmaceutical. They'll lose a lot of their drug money.
Tells and some of, no, they wouldn't. Maybe some of the schools would be opposed to it, you think? Legalizing?
We're not saying 8-year-olders get out there.
Probably get some of the
'Cause you
money
know
from
they would be.
taxes. They would
They'd
probably.
be stash.
They're already doing
You
that.
never stole alcohol from your parents?
No, I told you I've never drank.
Our-
God, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I poured water in the vodka.
We don't, like, there's not, don't believe Cindy.
I was always, you know what though? I was always
See,
careful
Gretchen got that one too.
never to steal.
Cindy's
the
like,
alcohol.
I don't know.
My mom drank JB, so I. My dad drank gin. We never touched the gin, but the vodka, we'd be pouring water in it. That's what happens when you make me stay. I'll just tell you that right. He told you we're all crazy.
Like, we needed someone to tell us that.
Your wife's over there watching TV or listening to music or something, not even paying
Probably.
attention.
Oh, she's.
What did
Let
they
me hear
say?
it. Let me hear it.
Is it, I'm Archie Bell, Houston, Texas.
Yes.
We're here to tighten up.
Yes.
Boom, ba-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, see? And we dance just as good as we want.
Do you remember that was what was the show where they had where you
So
danced
listen,
down
listen.
Soul Train? This was a Soul Train.
Doing it.
In Soul Train, they would make 2 lines and people would dance down. I wanted to so bad.
We watch
I
that
wanted to
every
dance
weekend.
down the middle. Maybe we could do that at Powwow.
Soul Train.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
never
Soul
had
Train did.
Redbone on Soul Train. They didn't have
Should we
fancy
do that at
dancers on
powwow?
Soul
Should we
Train.
have a Soul Train dance line?
We should.
Thanks for listening,
All right.
all 3,000 listeners.
Yeah,
If you say it, they will come.
Yeah, right. We've been saying it for 4 years.
We
No
will
one
be
comes.
back next Thursday. Please, hopefully we'll
Kenny,
be
are we
on.
going to be back next Thursday? We're going to have video?
You know
Don't
what?
know. Actually,
Oh.
Cindy looks better this way.
Ed, find mom a date, a fellow attorney preferably. John, yes, you still have to take care of me when I'm old.
Yeah, I know of a couple probation officers that be available.
I probably already know them. Remember, I had 4 children, and
think-
more than one of them.
You'd one of them guys that
Here's the
one
deal.
Of those, one of those guys that wears a ponytail.
If he
that-
had his own hair, he made over $80,000 a year. Yes, he's out. I've been
I'll,
poor my whole life.
for you
Keep your eyes open.
on an
John
attorney
would
that-
appreciate it.
All right.
John, but
Cut
does that
down
mean
on-
you don't want me to move out to California
Cut
and
down on
move
the
in with you
retainer
and your
fees in that
girl
family.
when you have the baby? You don't want me to come live with you?
All right, Kenny, let's go. Get us
Thank
outta
you
here.
very much for listening. Thank you very much. What am I talking about?